guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaizen Tshego and thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, a very warm welcome to you. Please head on to the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming content. I usually drop content on a Tuesday and on a Thursday, and it will be content around beauty, around fitness and around books. So if you're interested in that, please head on to the subscribe button and become a part of our little community. So I just decided to do this video because I wanted to help prepare first-time waxers on what to expect, as well as how to best prepare for your first experience. So I'm going to share with you my top 12 tips on how to ensure that you have a great first-time experience like I did and you become a converted or a retired shaver. So I went in for my first Brazilian wax sometime last week, and it was a very interesting experience. So the reason why I decided to begin waxing is obviously for hygiene purposes. I also have been wanting to because I've read about the benefits of waxing, and I found that over time, like, your hair grows thinner over your whole body. By the way, hair grows thinner. You don't get as many, or at all, you don't get any ingrown hairs. And it's just, yeah, it's cheaper than laser, and it's better than shaving, and the hair takes a bit longer to grow back, and when it grows back you don't get like that itchy, like, stubble period that you get when you do shave. So I think those were probably like the top benefits that I can think of from the top of my mind that kind of converted me from a shaver to a waxer. And by the way, yes, I am converted. After my first experience, it did go that well. So guys, I also filmed the experience. If you are interested in watching that portion, please stay tuned.
Please let me know.
Okay.
First time wax is always the most painful. You must know that straight away because you've never ripped the hair out from the follicles.
Yeah.
But if you stick to a consistent waxing routine,
Yeah.
it gets easier and better. Your haircut grows back lighter, finer, less hair comes back, so your next wax is quicker and easier, and yeah.
Okay.
Here comes another patch, but I promise this part doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I heard it's the, what do you call, is it labia?
Yes, the labia is the most painful, yes. But then I do have other options, like I have a scaredy cat, when then you don't wax the labia, because that's the most painful part. Yeah. So here goes the first one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, done.
Oh.
Not so bad, right?
But that's probably not the most painful area. Oh, shit.
No, it's not the most painful area. You can choose 4, 5, or 6 weeks, and then at grad appointments. I'm going to interrupt you for a second.
Okay.
This is going to be the worst of the worst. First, I'm just going to make a little tab quickly. There we go. Okay, so take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Done.
Wow!
That's literally
Sure.
the worst.
Oh, is it really?
That is it. That whole side is nice and clean. Now you can literally straighten this.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I promise. I promise. You'll see in a minute.
Like, that was, thanks for preparing me. I think it was like I would say it was like a 6. Yeah. Oh, wow, guys. Phew. Don't say I don't do anything for you.
So that's why I...
This is the labia.
No, it's not it's not the big one. It's not the big one. It's just the baby one. You can tell by the screen.
Clients, now that you've moved to Melbourne?
Unfortunately, I actually don't have all that many lash clients. That is it.
You're so excited.
I am for you. I'm so excited for you. Because you've done your wax.
Wow.
Your wax.
Hectic. Sure. I can't believe I did this. This was like so great. Okay guys, so the first tip that I want to go into is you first need to decide what you want to wax. And the reason why I say that is because different body parts are waxed with different kinds of products. So the two waxes that I'm familiar with are the strip wax as well as the hot wax. And the difference between the two is your strip wax is normally used for larger surface areas like your legs, and that's basically when the technician, sorry to call it a technician if it's not, I know it's probably like an esthetician, so the technician will apply the wax, then they'll apply some cloth or like the strip over, and then they'll pull that off. Whereas with hot wax, they literally just apply the wax onto the skin and pull the wax itself off the skin. There is no strip that goes over, but obviously with the soft wax process, it does take a bit longer because the wax that goes onto your skin is hot, and the technician will need to wait for it to cool down and harden before they can strip it off. The benefits of the hot wax are that it doesn't adhere to your skin, so the technician can go over one place more than once to ensure that you have a cleaner removal. So if, for example, you like me want to go in for your first Brazilian, you don't, or not even Brazilian, just a wax down there, maybe you want to clean up your bikini line or whatever you want to do, your Hollywood, take everything off, whatever you decide that you want to do. If you want to do the lady bits, basically, you will need to find a place that uses hot wax. I cannot recommend hot wax enough. If you call a salon and they tell you that they use strip wax down there, hang up. You should not be going there, because no one should be applying strip wax in your sensitive area. It should definitely only be hot wax. So that's the first tip I would give, is figure out what you want to do. If you want to go and wax your legs rather, then you can make a booking at almost any salon, a nail bar, a strictly waxing place. Okay, my second tip is, once you've figured out where you want, what parts you're wanting to wax, the next step is to now begin and conduct your research. Guys, if you've been on the channel long enough, you'll know that I just love conducting research. It's so important, especially when you're spending your money. You definitely need to make sure that you do your research so that you can get value for your money. What I would recommend to do is, normally you can get your wax done at a nail bar or like a nail salon. You know the kind that I'm talking about, the ones that do your nails and then they do massages and then they do lashes and then and they just so happen to do waxing. Or you can go strictly for a place that conducts, or that that conducts waxes. My advice is rather opt for a salon or a store that strictly does waxes, because the chances are the people who run that store are certified estheticians, and secondly, they have probably conducted more waxes in their store than the person who is in a nail bar who probably does waxes 2 or 3 times a week, whereas a person whose business is solely to focus on waxing is more up to date with waxing techniques, is focused on the improvement of their waxing technique, and has a higher influx of customers going into their store, therefore have higher experience, not higher, therefore they have more experience conducting all the procedures or whatever procedure you might want to look into. I hope that basically makes sense. My third tip is, so start counting from the first day of your last shave and count 6 weeks out. On that 6th week, that is when I would recommend you go for your wax. Everyone's hair has a different growth cycle, but what the waxing technicians recommend is between 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, this is a crazy one because I literally only learned about this like probably 2 weeks ago, but it's very important for you to start an exfoliation routine for your body, because that way that helps the hairs kind of stand up. So you need to start exfoliating, I would say about 3 times a week leading up to your 6th week where you're gonna wax, so that your hairs can stand up, and so that you can also prevent any ingrown hairs. I waxed with an ingrown hair, it wasn't nice. So if you want to prevent things like that, just make sure that you're exfoliating in the right way and for the right number of times. For your area down there, what I normally use are body gloves. You can use a loofah, you can use a sugar and lemon scrub that you can make. That's also, I really like the sugar and lemon scrub, and I also enjoy just a hand glove if it's like during the week and you're busy. So just a quick tip on how you exfoliate down there. It's very different to how you exfoliate your whole body. When you're exfoliating your vaginal area, you literally like just stick to the front and you scrub in this direction, not vigorously but effectively enough to remove any dead skin cells, and you just do it like this, up down up down up down. When you get to your face, that's when you can use your circular motions. Underarms, I also just do up down up down. I don't go around in circles because that confuses the hair and which direction it should grow. Next tip. So what I did as well is leading up to the day, I got myself some cotton underwear. Like, you need to make sure, so I know that guys, there's so much information to give. So it's crazy because I only realized a few weeks ago that there's a difference between wearing cotton underwear, like fully cotton, and wearing underwear that has like a cotton, I think it's called a gusset, sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right, but basically like that little patch in the underwear. So I would recommend that you go out and you buy underwear that is fully cotton, and if you wear G-strings only, trust me, you can get G-strings that are fully cotton. I know, surprising, you can get them. So on the day of the wax, I don't think it matters like which time of the day that you go and get your wax. Some people say do it in the afternoon, and I get it, so that you don't like move around or walk around. It's normally, it will usually be towards the end of the day when you've done everything and you're just gonna go home and relax. You can do it in the morning, you can do it during the day. Like, your wax shouldn't like take over your whole life. It's one of those things that you do as like a grooming procedure, and to be honest with you, it really shouldn't be like that big of a deal. So that's why I say fit it in whenever you have a free period, but don't rush it. And if you do take painkillers, I don't know, you can take them or you don't take them. To be honest, I took them, it didn't make much of a difference. I still felt the pain, and the crazy thing is, like, once those painkillers wore off, I really felt like I had been plucked, like something is gone and it hurts. So I'd say if you're expecting to take painkillers and not feel pain at all, or feel minimal pain, no, it's gonna hurt. But just take them for your mind and I don't know, whatever, just to calm yourself. Okay, also very important for all you gym bunnies, when you wax, on the day of waxing, you absolutely cannot go to gym. You cannot engage in any hoo-ha. You have to literally just let it heal and let the tenderness go away, and it will probably be gone within the next 24 to 48 hours after you wax. The next tip would be, on the day of, make sure that you're wearing some loose fitting clothing. If you can wear a dress, or if you can wear yoga pants. If you're not going anywhere after, maybe like don't wear underwear, but if you are, you can definitely totally wear the cotton underwear that I told you about, that you can get from Woolworths, and you'll be totally fine. Like, you'll be okay, guys. Like, it's not like a devastating experience. But I want you to make sure that you're comfortable and you're also letting the area breathe, so that you don't get ingrown hairs, you don't get rashes, or like anything that's going to put you off from your next waxing experience. And the last tip I would give, guys, is make sure that you get some ingrown hair serum. I got this one at Bcomm. It's called HAIRCARE Ingrown Hair Serum, and I also used this leading up to my waxing procedure, and I do truly feel and believe that it made my hair follicle softer, which resulted in an easier removal. I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. So guys, we've reached the end of the video. I hope you absolutely enjoyed it and found a lot of value from my video. It was a very sensitive thing to record because it is a very personal thing, but you know what? I believe that like women's health, wellness, everything that's got to do with a woman is very important to share whenever we have some information, whenever we have an opportunity to kind of inform other people. So definitely please see this as an informative video to help another sister out. If you have been contemplating or you've been wanting to get a wax, these are the things that I went through and the things that I've considered, and being at the end of or being on the opposite side now, having experienced, I haven't gone through the procedure, these are some of the things that I think you should consider before you get your first waxing procedure. And also, even, why do I call it a procedure like it's an operation also? But you guys know what I mean. And if there's anything that you want me to cover that I might have missed, or I might not have gone in depth with, please also let me know in the comments down below, and I will take your feedback into consideration, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've subscribed, and I hope you've turned on your notification bell so you don't miss out on the next video and any of the upcoming content that I will have on the channel. Until then, guys, it was so lovely to have you on the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.